Up first this evening, debate continues on the type of homework students at the primary level are getting, with questions being raised whether they are helpful or harmful.
But what does a parent do when the project their children gets to do at homework is complex?
TVJ's Janella Pursues has been digging for answers and has unearthed one way in which parents are coping.
Backyard turned art studio. The man behind it is Winston Armstrong, an artiste not necessarily known in the local art world, but in the education sector, he's akin to Pablo Picasso. He quit his 9-to-5 to pursue his passion.
I got fed up with the job because, every time you keep going back to the job and it's the same. So I decided that, seeing that I had this touch with the art, I would try to venture out into doing things for school. So I started doing 1 and 2 charts until eventually I decided to just launch out and just doing charts because, it's much easier. It's like a walk in the park.
Roughly 90% of his clients are teachers in training, but having built a solid reputation for his skill, many parents turn to him when the homework their child is given appears to be next to impossible, like Assignment A, create a model of a balanced diet.
It's also done from styrofoam. Everything from it. The tomato, green banana, pumpkin, fish, rice and peas, vegetable.
Assignment B, make a math kit.
They asked to have a clock to measure the time. And we have here a kitchen scale for weight. Kitchen scale for weight. And a measuring cup that is made from plastic bottle.
This replica of the solar system was for a grade 4 student.
So if I wanted something like this, how much would you charge me?
Well, this might run you about $3,500.
There's nothing too big or too small for him, but Mr. Armstrong admits that some of the assignments can be challenging.
A child that is doing grade 1 get a job to do atoms, to make some atoms. And that is something that, even I would have a problem to make, and I'm an artist. They doesn't know anything about art. It's very hard for them to do it. Very hard for them to do it. They might see the picture and know what the atom is like, but to make it and put it together is very hard.
Although he's cashing in on school assignments, Mr. Armstrong says he's always willing to work with parents and students to create masterpieces of their own.
It might be about 30% of all those projects are really challenging, but maybe about 70% are things that 2 or 3 persons can sit together and they can take them time and work. It might take a lot of time to work it out to get it, so you can get 50 or 60%. Most of these projects, they don't get enough time, but if you have enough time, you can always take your time and take it through the stages piece by piece and put it together. You
But
get
that's
50%.
where you come in for people who don't have the time.
Who don't have the time.
Janella Pursues, TVJ News.